Hello, everybody tuning in. It's amazing to have you with us. I'm Nikolai, Artistic Director at Curve Theatre, and I'm thrilled today that we're joined by musical theatre royalty and Curve regular Jodie Prenger and Pigeon, who I just met earlier. How are you today, Jodie? How are you and Pidge getting on?
I'm fine. I've actually come to audition for the role of Bird Woman in Mary Poppins. I don't know, have I got the right meeting? No.
Well, I don't want to sort of shatter your sort of dreams of today, but yes, it is the wrong meeting. Yeah, we're not actually doing Mary Poppins at the moment. And next week at Curve, I believe you're appearing in Andrew Lloyd Webber and Don Black's Tell Me on a Sunday. And unless the plot has changed radically, there aren't any pigeons or birds in the show. Is that correct? Or is this a bold new take with added birds?
Yeah, for people who are wondering what's going on, this is just like a little rescue pigeon I've rescued over the past couple of weeks, and he won't leave me alone because I feed him. But he'll settle down. Yeah, so I'll be there with Tell Me on a Sunday. Without the pigeon, sadly, I don't think he'll feature. But no, it's not changed radically. There's no pigeon involved, so it is all the Andrew Lloyd Webber and Don Black's greatest hits, which is always lovely to sing.
And it's always amazing when you come to Curve, and we mustn't, you are an incredible leading lady, and whenever we're sort of privileged to welcome you to the theatre and you grace our stage, it's a very special and unique occasion, so we're very much looking forward to that. But I think this is this is even more special because it's a one-woman show, so you are leading the entire thing, and also myself. Coming out of lockdown. Exactly, you're leading yourself and the pigeon through the show. But I think also coming out of lockdown, this show, it was one of the first shows out of the gate, opening theatres up and down the country. And I think we're really excited you're coming to us because, we've been open a few weeks now, and this is another show. It's about bringing people back into the theatre, getting our audiences feeling confident, seeing a show they know and love. And with you starring in it, it should be a really special and memorable thing, I think.
Most COVID safe show out there. There's only one person on stage, but it's been lovely to open this show in so many theatres, and the lovely reaction you get from audiences. There was this one woman in Malvern, and she just honestly, she took my heart, and she said I was nervous about coming to the theatre, but it's just beautiful, the music. And it was just, you realise what a massive effect theatre has on people, and how we have all missed it. We've missed that kind of thing that we know and we love. So kind of, especially coming to the Curve, I just love it there. I'm sure the people are going, oh no, she's not back again. She wants to talk the hind legs off a donkey. But I just love it. I do. You're very lucky.
Well, we love you too, and we can't wait to have you with us next week. I mean, what does the show mean to you? I mean, you have a very, you have a long history with Andrew Lloyd Webber, and what does the show and his music mean to you?
Who was that again? What's it called? I'm only joking. I've not. Do you know, it's so scary when you think how long you've known somebody, and that's been lovely. He has really fought the corner for the arts throughout this whole pandemic. So it's an honour to take one of his shows out on the road, and he's just been lovely. There was something in the show that Andrew and Don Black wrote another letter home, and it's very personable, and it is a personable show. You fall into. And I think it's one of those that holds a lot of memories for people. And I think it's nice to relive the memories it held from me from my last tour, to kind of take it back out. And you grow when you revisit a show. You really do. I mean, God knows what would happen if we did Calamity Jane again.
Well, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, I love working on shows and revisiting them, because I think the first time you're creating something, there's an anxiety about, are we even going to get the thing up, and you think, will this concept, will these ideas work? And then when you revisit a second or a third time, of course, you have the confidence that you absolutely know it works. So you can bring the extra detail, the extra nuance, the extra sort of magic to it. And I think, you know, I'm certainly personally looking forward to seeing you in the role again, because it is such a monumental journey that you go on during the show. And I think seeing you again in it and sort of...
You'll have to tell me what night you're in. I always get nervous when you're in. I always do. You do though.
Well, I won't tell you then. I won't tell you. And Don Black, you know, those lyrics, I mean, you know, he's just, you know, I always marvel at his, you know, his songwriting. I mean, being able to tell a complex emotional story in a 3-minute pop song. So something that feels very simple in terms of plot and journey, but actually the complexity of the lyric and the emotion and the psychology, all of that. I mean, truly nobody does it better. And I think Don's lyrics combined with Andrew's music, I mean, they really were at the top of their game when they were writing this, weren't they?
And it's one show, and I have to say, whenever, for people who don't know, when you do a show, you have a get in, which means you move all the set in, and then you have a get out at the end of the week, or however long the show runs. And when all the crew are getting out, I can hear them singing along to the tunes. Now, I've never experienced that with hardly any other show, but it always happens with this. They are insane the way they've created music that is so melodic, so storytelling, and just, it sticks with you. It's really one of those songs that you won't get out of your head.
And what is it about the show and the journey that she goes on during the course of the evening? Why does it have such an effect on audiences? Why do you enjoy revisiting this role and this production?
The part of Emma is very resilient, and I think it really resonates and reflects what we've all been through. We've all, you know, the men that she meets along the way, I almost see them as kind of walls we had to battle in theatre along the way through this pandemic, and how she always she believes in a future, and she believes that, you know, there are good things in people. So I love her resilience, and I love putting that out as an example. You know, I'm just a softie at heart, and that's not just my waist size. So I'm
very good. And what sort of do you enjoy most about coming to Curve? What is it about our theatre do you think that sort of has that special place in your heart?
Nikolai, I wish I could pinpoint it. I wish I could say the reason why that building is such a success, but you can't. It's got that energy in the building when you walk in. The people are lovely. The audiences have never let you down. And it's just a beautiful place to come and tour. So that starts from, you know, the top, you know, and I hate saying downwards, it's a team.
So tell me, Jodie, in the second half, it's like a Q&A with the audience, is that right? So should people come with questions for you?
People can text in the questions, the number will be available in the foyer. And I love it. I think because I've always loved to be a people person, a people and a pigeon person. And I just think, it's just a nice way to kind of relax back into the theatre and just have a nice evening. You know, it's what we've missed. It's a night out. You know, come out. I mean, even if you don't leave your slippers on, but just come out and enjoy it. And we'll have a chat and we'll sing through some songs, and it's lovely.
Have you had any wacky questions during the tour so far? Have there been any sort of
what's my favourite biscuit?
Very good.
Really long and hard, but a lot of it was, you know, they asked questions about Andrew Lloyd Webber and about the history, because there is such a history with the show, you know, from being song and dance and so yes, so it's lovely to kind of just have that kind of chatter with the audience and just, it's a really relaxed second half, so people enjoy it.
I think that's what's so special about the production, that you can come and watch this sort of hour and a half of music and go on this incredible journey with your character during the first half and hear all of those iconic songs and marvel in Don and Andrew's sort of artistry and your beautiful performance and the live orchestra. And then, as you say, in the second half, it really is it is a bit like being in lockdown, isn't it? With your sort of slippers on in the auditorium and just having a nice conversation. I think for all of us, having been locked away for so long, to enjoy the brilliant show and then join you for the Q&A afterwards. I think that's a really special thing, and it's really brilliant that you're offering that to audiences. It's wonderful.
Oh no, it's been really lovely and very cathartic sounding selfishly. It's been very cathartic in the fact that people feel that they can relax in a theatre and just enjoy a night out.
Well, thank you, Jodie. We can't wait to see you next week in Leicester. And thank you so much for joining us, and lots of love to you and Pidge. And we'll see you next week, but obviously not Pidge. I hope Pidge is safe wherever you are.
Lots of love. Can't wait to see.
Bye. Bye.